Eccoci qui, buonasera. Siamo in attesa di collegarci con lo stadio di Kansas City, dove tra poco comincerà la partita contro i Kansas City Chiefs di Paolo Magliora.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Catch is made by Hurd. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Hines. Oh, look at the juke. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Check, check, lucky.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman, and he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run with Hines. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go. We own it. We own it. Echo. 49. Rip right. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, shut up.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake.
Check the backer. And rip list.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey, watch the
On the ground, it's Wilson, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check your hot read.
Incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Yellow.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
59. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Joker, 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 Joker. Hey, taller.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in. But it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Hey, 43. What else up? Watch one. It's our time. It's our time. Mike one. Hang on.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Allen. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets are out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. A throw out wide to QT, complete. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Set, ready. Let him know. Check. Break down.
This is Hines. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Second and 9 now. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
I can't believe they even let you play. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
That's it, baby. Go, go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Yellow.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Yellow. There's no line. So we got man. Attack. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field. Yellow. No. Say.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Chris Jones, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After after the sack. They'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Gets this one to Joshua Perkins. And he's got this down to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. I like flare. I like flare. 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 You drunk football. Spike 56. All day, baby. All day. All day. All day. 56 to Mike. 56 is... Hey, ready. You mine. 56.
Now it's Hines. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the 1st half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
No, ci hanno fatto in tempo.
So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Mike 56, Mike 56. 3 buns, 3 buns. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Go. Go. 56.
They're going to look to throw. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check 13. Check 13. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's French. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Yellow. 180. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
57 colors. 57 colors. Check.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a trunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Yellow. That's me, boy. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. High and right. Showing it.
Wilson with a first down carry, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Touchdown. Color. Check 59, right? Zoom, fellas, let's go. Come on, D. Mike's 59. Mike.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
54, right there, 54 Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I'm scared.
They begin the drive with Hines. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Second and 3. This one into the hands of Hurd. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Let's go,
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
He's checking crap.
On first down, Hines. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line. Like 7. Yellow, yellow. Bravo. Cut.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there, just... Before halftime, 45 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Motion. 15. Here we go. What's the mic?
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Trey Burton, as the first half is winding down, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
To the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second and 4 at the 26-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch one. Watch one. I got him. Check 43. Okay.
They'll try the left side. It's Crawford, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
So Mike's number one. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
On first down, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch one. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 59 Mike. 59 Mike. 59. Watch the screen.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Returnable now for Allen. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double dog, that's the way. Check 15. Where'd he go?
Here's Hines. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Right back to him on first down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back to you. Undercut. Check nickel.
Here's Foreman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the whip.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, team. Here I come. Check 52. Slam.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because You've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals right now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mike, 59. Here we go. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Now here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. SOS.
On first down, it's Hines. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Catch is made by Hurd.
We play to win. Let's go. Let's go. That's the ending. Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike. 53 is the Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check. 53 is Mike. Check. 53 is Mike.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Gets around him. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Mike, 53. 6-man. Check girls, check girls, check girls. Me and you. It's just me and you. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch one. I'm coming. Yellow. Mike one. Focus, defense scene 6. So Mike's number one.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Easy. 7, Mike, 7. Coming to you.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going deep for Hopkins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Mike, 53. Go. Mike, you gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
The Niners on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, 49ers.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. 53. I got one. Switch. Patch it. Come on. Patch.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Son, what's the plan? Check 56. Watch the slant. Hustle. Mike's 56. And watch the leg.
2nd and 11. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
54. Watch the screen. Check 99. Okay.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Telvin Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Niners on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. On
second down. Foreman, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On first down, it's Hines. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Check 24, check 24.
On 3rd down, Crawford. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Go, baby. Turn it over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
And they will take a knee here. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better,
guarda, non ero
whatever it
sicuro,
was, it all came
per
together in
quello
the
che ti ho
second
detto
half,
continuiamo a giocare
and no points
tranquillamente,
were
perché poi magari avevo
allowed.
detto
That's
una
a great
cazzata
way to
io,
close them out.
non era giusto che tu mi ridessi palla
So for the
senza la certezza
49ers,
che tu
the great run they've
avevi
been on
fatto. A me era
continues.
sembrato quello, ma ripensandoci insomma, ho detto no, la partita la finiamo comunque vada, anche perché era una partita bellissima. A livello difensivo ci siamo dati le botte senza fine. Ha detto alla fine, alla peggio glielo dico dopo, che devo fare, ma non mandava di interrompere la partita, rivedere, perché stava andando bene, stava a divertire, quindi ho detto sti cavoli, insomma, sti cavoli, tranquillo, ho detto giochiamola e poi alla fine in caso si vede, insomma, ma senza proprio nessun problema.